All right. Let's actually like do my job.
On war just moments ago.
I we love threatening war crimes. Can we do 3.5 please?
President Trump posted this to Truth Social. Quote, "We're offering a very fair and reasonable deal, and I hope they take it, because if they don't, the United States is going to knock out every single power plant and every single bridge in Iran. No more Mr. Nice Guy."
Jesus, man. What the fuck?
All caps. Joining us now, Congressman Derek Tran of California. He is a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thank you for coming to the weekend. Just your initial reaction to hearing, and that's just part of the social media post that the president just posted.
Right, absolutely. I think what we're dealing with when it comes to President Trump is that, you know, these messages, these rhetoric, and what he's putting out there changes by the minute, and it's so hard to keep up. But when he posts things where he's going to commit genocide and he's going to, you know, bomb bridges and civilian infrastructure, that's a violation of international law. That's a war crime. So just here.
Yeah, and we know that. So stop acting like we don't know that. What the fuck, dude? I didn't know that. Oh my god, dude. Iran, man, will knock out every single power plant. I know. Where's Fox News? Where's a Fox News segment? Bro, Reddit really not someone to fuck with. W President Rat, why are you in my chat? What do you want from me?
Got a little cute as they have been doing for 47 years, and nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy, they have no Air Force, they have no leaders, they have no nothing. They wanted to close up the strait again.
So the USS Pioneer. And
There
good
we
morning,
go.
Lucas. Good to be here again.
So with your experience in mine countermeasures, what is the best way for the U.S. Navy to open the strait?
Well, I think you have to
Let's
realize that
let's see if we endorse genocide. Jesus. Here's the full post. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Iran decided to fire bullets yesterday in the Strait of Hormuz, a total violation of our ceasefire agreement. Many of them are aimed at French ship and freighter of the United Kingdom. That wasn't nice, was it? My representatives are going to Islamabad, Pakistan. There will be tomorrow evening for negotiations. Iran recently announced that they were closing the strait, which is strange because our blockade was already closed. They're helping us without knowing. Ah, dude. They're lost $500 million a day. The United States loses nothing. In fact, many ships are headed right now to the U.S., Texas, Louisiana, and Alaska to load up. Compliments of the IRGC. Always wanted to be a tough guy. We're offering a very fair and reasonable deal. I hope they take it, because if they don't, the United States is going to knock out every single power plant, every single bridge in Iran. No more Mr. Nice Guy. They'll come down fast. They'll come down easy. And if they don't take the deal, it'd be my honor to do what it needs to be done, or do what has to be done, which should have been done to Iran by other presidents for the last 47 years. It's time for the Iran killing machine to end. Donald J. Trump. What a post, dude. Man.
Lots.
The Iran's Lego AI shit is so fucking funny. Because, like, Jesus, if Iran does not sign a deal, here.
If Iran does not sign this deal, the whole country is getting blown.
Oh, they are!
We've got already
They are endorsing genocide.
already, as we speak, using expeditionary mine countermeasures, XMCM, to search.
I wonder
the
if that's in
Strait.
this
Keep
segment.
mind
No,
that
it's
as of
not.
this morning, not a single mine has been confirmed, has been found. A ship has not struck a mine, and we have reason to believe, due to indications and warnings.
The U.S. is the one that said they had landmines, or sea mines.
As we say, that there might have been a dozen, maybe more mines that have been laid somewhere in the Strait of Hormuz in the designated danger area that the Iranians laid out on the map, which just happens to be in the main internationally recognized traffic separation schemes for shipping traffic. So we have units there who are searching right now. It does not happen overnight. It does take some time. While at the same time, we have additional mine countermeasures assets coming in by sea. We've got the USS Miguel.
They should send every single Trump voter down there to swim and look for mines. Anybody who voted for Trump in the last two elections, yeah, they vote for Trump in two elections. Because I have more sympathy for, I don't really, but I have more sympathy for 2016 Trump voters than 2024 Trump voters. No, if they did all three elections. If they voted for Trump in all three elections,
Keith, and also the USS Pioneer and USS Chief, which are mine countermeasure ships that are on their way from Japan. It takes a while for them to get there, but they'll be on there for the more robust mine clearing. So that's how we're going to take care of that situation. But it really just comes down to now the
Japanese
the
helping us out
absolutely correct.
again.
The Iranians are being cute, as he says, and also keep in mind that we took out their Navy, their Air Force, all their mine laying, all their
They're still running with this. How could they close the strait if we shut down their military?
significant mine laying capability. And there's different factions right now because we don't actually know who is in control of Iran, who's calling the shots. You heard Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi saying, yes, the strait is open. And then the IRGC decides to say something else. So it's not really clear right now just because it's a very disjointed, fractured, and faction country because we took out just about everything.
Now, last weekend while I was in Pakistan, the U.S. Navy sailed a pair of guided missile destroyers through the strait.
God, he looks like he would say racial slurs. This guy looks so racist.
I just spoke with President Trump for about 20 minutes, and he told me if Iran does not sign this deal, the whole country is getting blown up. He went on to say that bridges and power plants will be targeted if Iran does not sign this agreement. The president telling me that U.S. Special Envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are heading to Islamabad, Pakistan, for meetings on Tuesday, possibly into Wednesday.
Why is NSFW trending? Whatever.
To try and get this agreement across the finish line. The president telling Fox News this is a very simple deal, but this is the last chance for the Iranians. The president very clear in our conversation that he is not making the same mistake that President Obama made, giving cash to the Iranians and allowing them to continue.
Wow, we're still running with that. And Obama hasn't pushed back on this in a significant way.
Continue a nuclear program. The deal on the table is to reopen the Strait of Hormuz to ensure that the Iranians do not have this highly enriched uranium that is buried deep underground after Operation Midnight Hammer last summer. And again, the president telling Fox News that the entire country will be blown up. Bridges and power plants will be targeted if the Iranians do not sign this agreement.
Oh my God. Sorry, I just wanted to see Doja Cat playing Overwatch. But yeah, dude. Charlie Kirk! Oh, okay. No war, President Trump with a historic... No nukes for Iran, no troops on the ground, no U.S. troops dead, no regime change, no nation building, no war. President Trump with a historic masterclass. I wonder if there's any new comments. Oh my God. China offers to take Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium as part of the agreement to end war. I still love this video so much.
The final curtain.
Frank Sinatra would hate Donald Trump, by the way. Convoy of 4 cruise ships ran the Strait of Hormuz at full speed, sailing under fire through Iranian declared minefield. Sudden traffic stop. Iran announced Hormuz shut down after Trump's blockade. Or over Trump's blockade. Yeah, dude, I'm not surprised. This is so bad for the Trump admin. Some masterclass U.S. Air Force ongoing Middle East airlift really screaming confidence in negotiations with Iran. Oh, are we just... Damn! Oh, Trump executive assistant named human printer. She carries a portable printer, paper, and documents. Oh, yeah. That's not the nuclear football. We wouldn't see the nuclear football if they had it. We wouldn't even see it. Oh, dude. All this is culminating into Trump's lowest approval rating.
Welcome back. NBC News Chief Data Analyst
Steve Kornacki! What's up, my man?
Kornacki is here with the results of our latest NBC News Decision Desk poll. A lot of headlines here, Steve.
Yeah, Kristen, there's a lot in here, and it always reminds people, I think, Decision
I
Desk poll, this one's a little bit different than polls I think people are used to. This is all adults casting a very wide net here, but I think the picture that emerges is still very clear here. Donald Trump standing with the public here now in...
Damn! A 37 approval rate is
Approval rating
crazy.
in our poll here of just 37%. The last time this poll...
They have to be able to make those go faster, right? Like, those don't have to be that slow.
Reported out a couple months ago, it was 39%. The big change from then to now, of course, is the launch of the war in Iran and everything that's continued
And
to happen.
it's going to keep sinking. It's going to keep sinking.
37% approval for Trump. And mention Iran, and look at this. A big driver of that clearly is how that war is going. Only a third of adults approve of Trump's handling of the war in Iran. There's a quarter, I should say, 1/4 of Republicans say they disapprove. Those who call themselves Republicans, that might be something to keep an eye on. This continues to be a problem for the president. Inflation, the cost of living.
Wait, 6-7.
This has been the story of his second term. Only a third approving of how he's handling that. This area, though, if you want to say there's a bright spot in this poll for Trump, it's here. Now, look, it's still majority disapprove on border and immigration, but these marks are higher than in other areas.
No fucking wonder.
For Trump from earlier this year. Remember the incident in Minnesota, all of the attention on ICE back then. This number actually has come up a bit on border for Trump.
Yeah, because they haven't done shit since then. They haven't done shit that big in a while.
And this right here, take no further action. That's by far the most common choice you're going to hear. 61% say that. And again, that includes a third of Republicans.
Well, and it's numbers like these, Steve, that are applying pressure to President Trump to bring this war to an end.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear what you're seeing here in terms of that number. That's internationally what folks are thinking of. We mentioned the cost of living here. We say, what is driving, what matters most to you when it comes to economic matters? And again, no surprise here, but it's inflation, it's the cost of health care. The clear majority, one of those two things right there.
Take-home pay.
Now, more recently, the cost of gasoline, what they're paying at the pump here. Add these two numbers together, very somewhat. 2/3, 65%.
You would find me in the very serious, by the way.
The cost of gasoline is a serious, in some way, problem for them and for their families right now. And then I think there's an interesting question here, a broad question. Again, this connects with the Middle East. This connects with politics in D.C. this week.
Whoa! That's huge!
Question here. We asked the basic one. Who do you sympathize more with, the Israelis or the Palestinians? The country is dead even, 50-50.
Well, this is fascinating.
That's wild. That's good. We haven't had that for a long time.
But historically speaking, Steve, support for Israel has actually been higher.
Yeah, this is now much more even than it used to be. Yeah. And there are two particular drivers of this. I think it's very interesting. One of them is partisan. Republicans, overwhelmingly on the Israeli side. Democrats, this is the big shift. Now,
yeah, and the Democrat lawmakers will die for AIPAC.
Overwhelmingly 3-1 on the Palestinian.
Democrats have such a fucking. I'll get into that in a second.
The second piece of it, it's generational. It's age. Gen Z, that rising generation. Look at this. Across party there, 3/4 of Gen Z say they sympathize more with the Palestinians than the Israelis. That's a massive sea change.
It certainly is. It'll be fascinating to see how that plays out in the midterm. Steve Kornacki, thank you so much.
Yeah, most Gen Zers are eligible to vote. Oh my God. Almost a year ago, 55 to 63. That's huge. That's a huge difference. Oh my fucking God. Dude, the midterms are going to go so fucking well for us. What's up, Solar Sniper? I cannot explain how well the midterms are going to go, and Democrats are going to throw it away. Because they're not doing anything with all the shit that the Republicans are giving us. They're doing absolutely fucking nothing with all the free wins. Have we seen a single Democrat speak out against AIPAC that's being funded by AIPAC? Dems speak out against AIPAC. Yeah, DNC avoids talking. Democrats weigh resolution against AIPAC. Democrat leadership stands by AIPAC. Democrats reject resolution condemning AIPAC. Senate Democrats vote to reject weapons for Jesus, man. Oh my God, it's such an easy win. Democrats could say, hey, Trump was lying about this. Also, fuck Israel. And they would win every election. They'd win every single election. It'd be such an easy win for them too. Why is my model tweaking the fuck out? I said fuck Israel. My model fucking freaked out. But no, seriously, why zero congressional Democrats truly taking a stand against Israel? There's 0 point not to. It would be infinitely free money. Sorry, I need to rotate this because I don't like the way that the angle is sitting. and calling Trump out. Just call him a lying sack of shit. It's not hard. He does it all the time to Democrats. There's zero reason why Democrats can't do this to him. I don't know, man. It's pissing me off how weak the Democrats are. They're going to throw it all away. They're going to throw it all away. They threw it away with trans rights. Like, why do you think trans people don't like voting for Democrats anymore? Because they threw away the trans rights issue. To try and pull in median voters? No, dude. You stick by your morals. You don't show that you're a flaky piece of shit. That's why Trump is so popular. Yeah, he's flip-flops on a lot of issues, but he's pretty consistent in his messaging. Democrats don't have that. I'm scared for 2028. I'm very, very, very scared for 2028. I'm worried about how it's going to turn out. 2026 will be good, though. We're going to have a good 26. Bad 28, I think. We'll see. We'll see.